Welcome, true believers, to Badwolf Comics. I'm your host, the Badwolf, and today we're going to take a look at the differences between the DCeased Standard Edition and the DCeased Deluxe Edition. Stick around. Welcome back, true believers. Halloween is finally upon us, and it's time to take a look at the differences between the DCeased Standard hardcover and the DCeased Deluxe Edition. This series is by far one of my favorite DC Elseworld series. I just couldn't put the books down. Once I picked up the first one and got through it, I said, okay, this series is for me. So I had to pick up all of the other four, and I even pre-ordered War of the Undead Gods, and by the time that came out, man, can't wait for an omnibus, folks. I cannot recommend this series high enough. Believe it or not, there's actually some content in the Standard Edition that's not in the Deluxe Edition. Little surprise to me when I went through it as well. But let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so here's our DCeased Standard Edition hardcover, and here's our DCeased Deluxe Edition hardcover. So I'm going to go through the first one here with the Standard Edition, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through the second one. We're going to kind of show it together and show what the differences are. So let's pull this away here. So for our Standard Edition hardcover, it doesn't have a dust jacket. They don't come with them, which is a little disappointing, but I can always have Roy help me out and make those. I do really like the foil they got here, the red foil they got on this book. They have the same foil with a different color on every one of these Standard Edition hardcovers. A bit of a spoiler on the cover is a zombie Batman, and technically in the story they're not zombies. It's a techno-organic virus that infects the world through social media and any kind of electronics, as well as physical contact. So they're zombie-like, but they're not actually zombies, and they actually mention that in the story. But here's our spine here, more of that beautiful red foil. And then here's our back. And that's it for the outside of the book. And here's our DCeased Deluxe Edition. I want to make sure that we get some of these side by side so you can see the differences up close. This does have a dust jacket. Again, another spoiler. It's not as flashy, I don't think. It's a little shiny, obviously, because it's the gloss paper. But I really do like the side foil that was here, and I'm surprised they didn't do that here or on the cover. Let's take a look at the spine. Not as flashy, just white text here with the DCeased logo. Looks good, looks fine. And then here's our back, which has, I don't know, is this the same? Yeah, it's got the same text here as it does here. It's got a little bit of extra stuff up here about the writers and the artist. But when you take this dust jacket off, pull that aside. We have another version of the Bats cover here. It looks like the color's a little more defined. It's up close. It's a little brighter, almost like they shined a light on him because you couldn't really see his gums and everything here as you saw it here. But same picture. Just I like this one a little better. I think just a little darker. But again, same thing on the spine. And then on the back we have a Joker. Looks great. Very ominous. I'm going to move this over and we're going to start back here with the Standard Edition. It's just not enough room to put both books in frame. So there's our Standard DCeased, and the Deluxe Edition has a deluxe version of that. And we have our cover there, and then it moves right into the book. What a great shot. And then nothing really changes from here on out until we actually get into the end of it, which is all the extras and whatnot. Such a great story, guys. I mean, if you're not just getting it from the flip through here, I highly recommend it. There's a bunch of overviews and review videos of these DCeased books. I think majority of people really did like this series. And there's some that didn't, I'm sure. But then we get back in here. If I can find the end here. To right here. Now, some of these are different, and some of them are the same. Now, these next two that I'm going to show you are not in the Deluxe Edition. They didn't put these in, and I'm not sure why. I mean, they put a lot of other stuff in there, so I didn't understand why these weren't in there, but these two, and these, great shots. I'm loving the Joker and the Wonder Woman zombie versions here. There's Harley, there's Darkseid. And this is our last one. The rest of these are all actually in the deluxe edition. And they have more. They have a bunch of, I guess, homage pictures for, like, obviously, this is it. Homage to the Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that was 3. I'm not sure what this one is. I don't know them all, but I'm not sure what homage that is. Final Destination. Don't know that one either. Looking good though, man. I like the homage pictures. They're pretty sweet. And then it kind of goes off into our little outro. And we have a different backing just like in the deluxe edition. Now let's take a look at the deluxe edition and I'll show you the differences there. So this, as you can see, this backing page is different. It's got Harley, and this just kind of had this. And everything else is kind of the same. This says the DCeased Deluxe Edition, obviously. But this one has an introduction that the standard edition doesn't have. So it does this little introduction here, and then moves right on to our first page like we did in the last one. Once again, it's not any different from here. Now the pages are both matte pages on both books. I'm surprised they didn't go with gloss pages here, but they are more expensive, so maybe that was why. I'm sure they had a reason for not doing it. But these are matte pages, and so are the standard edition, so they didn't change the glossiness of the page at all. This is a bigger format, which I like. The pages turn a little easier. It's not as stiff, so I definitely like this a little better. Just gonna go ahead and do some flipping through here. You guys can see a little bit without giving too many spoilers. Uh-oh. There we are. Yeah, this story is amazing. I've read it a couple times. Not a lot of my books. Like a lot of my books, I'll read them and move on because I have so much to get through. But I've already read this story twice. It's just great. Get to the end of it here. All right, now we have our variant cover gallery, which, as you can see, there's the It, there's the Nightmare on Elm Street. It did all the same stuff. And this is actually here, and the other one was moved up front. But these are deluxe edition specific covers. I really like this one, basically. Red Hood's getting some revenge on Joker, man, old style. But yeah, some great, powerful shots here. These are all specific to the deluxe edition. These are not in the standard edition. Some great covers here, loving it. And then they have the full panorama shot. Honestly, if I could get a panoramic of this, I'd probably do it, but I'm not sure where I'd put it. I'm kind of out of wall space at this point. Here's some more. These are also not in the standard edition. Obviously, this one is. This is on the back. See? And then that's our front cover. Little different. Ivy. Bats. Wonder Woman. Loving this cover. Yeah, can't speak. I'm loving this cover gallery. I really hope they go ahead and do the rest of these in deluxe hardcover format. If they do, I'm going to get them just because I like the oversized editions better. And what I'll probably do is have Roy help me redo the dust jackets so they resemble the standard hardcovers a little more. We'll see. We'll see what they do. I'm probably only going to do that if they release a deluxe edition for all 5 books. If they do that, then I'll go ahead and do a DJ set with Roy. If not, I'll probably just leave it alone and wait for the, hopefully wait for the omnibus. Got many laughs. Another Harley. Great covers, man. So let me know down in the comments below if you've read this story or not. Have you been on the fence? Do you like this story? Did you not like this story? I mean, it's not for everyone, I'm sure. I really enjoyed it, obviously. That's a great shot of bats. Good stuff. Yeah, this cover gallery goes on for a while, man. They added a lot of new stuff to this deluxe edition as far as, you know, extras go. Like I said, the standard content is all the same. You know, it's got all the issues of the standard DCeased story, and then it just adds all this stuff to the cover gallery and gives it to you in an oversized format. So I really enjoyed it. It was worth reading again. And here we have like an afterword. We have some more black and white sketches. I like these too. We don't see these as often enough, I don't think. I like the storyboard pictures. Here we are, just about done here. All right. And that, folks, are the differences between the DCeased Standard Edition and the DCeased Deluxe Edition. Now, the DCeased Standard Edition is currently out of print. I checked Organic Price Books. There's a trade paperback version of it, and there's even a box set version, but you can't get the hardcover standard anymore. I even checked Amazon. They're out of print. They got a couple people on there selling them for stupid prices, like 80 bucks. This is not an $80 book. It was like a 20, 30, maybe even $40 book, but it wasn't that much. So definitely keep an eye out if you're looking to get the standard edition. Now the deluxe edition just came out, and that's going for $40 right now at Organic Price Books. You can still get those. It's still readily available. I highly recommend it. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and do a deluxe edition for all 5 books, or if they're just going to hopefully, DC, if you're listening, hopefully they do an omnibus of the whole thing, and I will pre-order that. You can take my money right now. So, for those of you interested, the deluxe edition is readily available. However, you're going to do some hunting if you want the standard editions. Now, I do get about 90% of my books from Organic Price Books. For those of you that shop at Organic Price Books, don't forget to use the code BADWOLF during checkout for $2 off your order. But stick around, true believers. Bad Wolf Comics has more in store for the holiday season. Next month in November, I will have a haul. I'm trying to figure out what the second video is going to be for that month, because I'm going to go back to a 2 videos a month deal. I just really wanted to use those Halloween intros and outros, so I made sure to do a video every week. And let me tell you, it's been hard to keep up. But we are going to go back to a 2 video a month deal here, and what's going to happen is, like I said, next month we're going to go ahead and do a haul, and I'll probably either do a custom video or a dust jacket video. And December, we will not have a haul. I'm going to save those books for January. We're going to go ahead and do, I've already got a custom dust jacket video set up and ready to go. And we're also going to do our end of year room tour. So stick around for that, true believers. You're not going to want to miss it. January, I will have a large haul. It might even be an Omnigeddon, depending on which books show up and which ones get pushed back. I guess we'll see. But after January, my books have thinned out a lot. Unless more stuff comes out, I'm probably looking at 2 or 3 months without a haul. But we'll fill that time with something else. I'll definitely try and find some more content for you. I've got some great books coming in these hauls, and I'll do some overviews for them, so we'll want to take a look at that. But with that said, I am the Bad Wolf. This is Bad Wolf Comics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.